want you to stay, but I save it all for another day. If I stop, I could lose my head, but I'm ready for romance. Either way, I'm confused. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I can only stay one step ahead of you.
Welcome. It is my great pleasure on behalf of Jules Perry and John Stevens to welcome you, their family, and friends to this magnificent event on this beautiful day. Please be seated. We are here today to celebrate the love these two share for each other. At this time, others would ask, who gives this bride in marriage? But as a woman is not property to be bought or sold, given or taken, I simply ask if she comes of her own free will. Jules, is it true that you come of your own free will? Yes. Love between two people is not something new. It has been spoken of, written about, and celebrated for as long as we can go back in history. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Paul of Tarsus wrote about love. I'd like to share this translation. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always preserves. Love never fails. The 18th century poet and author George Eliot asks, what greater thing is there for two human souls than to feel that they are joined for life? Mahatma Gandhi teaches us that a coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Eva Gabor tells us love is a game that two can play and both win. More recently, the actor Bruce Lee wrote, love is like a friendship caught on fire. In the beginning a flame, very pretty, often hot and fierce, but still only light and flickering. As love grows older, our hearts mature and our love becomes as coals, deep burning and unquenchable. As for me, in my perspective, I think Dr. Seuss put it best. We're all a little weird, and life's a little weird. When we find someone whose weirdness is compatible with ours, we join up with them and fall in mutual weirdness, and we call it love. We can all feel honored that we were invited to join Jon and Jules on this joyous day as they ask us to celebrate their love they have for each other and for the long commitment they will share. This celebration of love can only be enhanced by your blessings. I would ask at this time that we may have a moment of silence that you may bestow these blessings upon Jules and Jon. Bless their hearts as they are joined together here today, and bless the ceremony we are about to witness. Marriage is a bond to be entered into only after considerable thought and reflection. As with any aspect of life, marriage has its cycles, its ups and downs, its trials and tribulations. It is truly a blessing for any man or woman to have a spouse, the one human soul who they can trust utterly, who knows the best and worst of them, and who loves them in spite of all their faults. With this full understanding of this, Jon and Jules have come here today to be joined as one in marriage. Jules and Jon, please join your hands, and with your hands, your hearts. Always above you are the stars in the sky. Always below you are the stones of the earth. As time passes, remember, like the stars, your love shall be constant. Like the sky, your love for each other will be without limit. Like the stone, your love is a solid foundation to build upon. Be free in giving affection and warmth. Let the powers of the mind and intellect guide you in marriage. Let the strength of your wills bind you together. Let the power of love and desire make you happy. And let the strength of your dedication to each other make you inseparable. Have patience and understanding with each other, for storms will certainly come, but they will quickly pass. In the words of Mark Twain, to get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with. May I have the rings? In ancient Sanskrit, the circle was the symbol of eternity. The ancient Egyptians used the circle to represent both their Alpha and their Omega. Today and always, let these simple bands of gold remind you of your never-ending love for each other. I do not have the right to bind you to Jules. Only you have this right. If this is what you want, say so at this time by placing your ring into Jules' hand. Jules, if you wish Jon to be bound to you, place the ring on his finger. Jules, I do not have the right to bind you to Jon. Only you have this right. If this is what you want, say so at this time by placing your ring in Jon's hand. Jon, if you wish Jules to be bound to you, place the ring on her finger. Jon, repeat after me. I, Jon S.D. Stevens.
I, Jon S.S. Stevens.
Take you, Jules Perry.
Take you, Jules Perry.
To my hand.
To my hand.
To my heart.
To my heart.
And to my soul.
And to my soul.
To be my chosen one.
To be my chosen one.
To desire you.
To desire you.
And to be desired by you alone.
And to be desired by you alone.
I promise to always be your partner.
I promise to always be your partner.
And best friend.
And best friend.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
In plenty.
In plenty.
And in poverty.
And in poverty.
And in life beyond.
And in life beyond.
Where we will meet.
Where we will meet.
Remember.
Remember.
And love again.
And love again.
I will not seek to change you in any way.
I will not seek to change you in any way.
I will respect you.
I will respect you.
Your beliefs.
Your beliefs.
Your people.
Your people.
And your ways.
And your ways.
As I respect myself.
As I respect myself.
Jules, repeat after me. I, Julia Elizabeth Perry.
I, Julia Elizabeth Perry.
Take you, Jon Stevens.
Take you, Jon Stevens.
To my hand.
To my hand.
To my heart.
To my heart.
And to my soul.
To my soul.
To be my chosen one.
To be my chosen one.
To desire only you.
To desire only you.
And to be desired by you alone.
And to be desired by you alone.
I promise.
I promise.
To always be your partner.
To always be your partner.
And best friend.
And best friend.
In sickness.
In sickness.
And in health.
And in health.
In plenty.
In plenty.
And in poverty.
And in poverty.
And in life beyond.
And in life beyond.
Where we will meet.
Where we will meet.
Remember.
Remember.
And love again.
And love again.
I will not seek to change you.
I will not seek to change you.
In any way.
In any way.
I will respect you.
I will respect you.
Your beliefs.
Your beliefs.
Your people.
Your people.
And your ways.
And your ways.
As I respect myself.
As I respect myself.
Jon and Jules, to love someone deeply gives you strength. Being loved deeply by someone gives you courage. Love does not consist in gazing at each other, but looking outward in the same direction. Congratulations, your husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to introduce you to Jules and Jon, my newly married friends.
We've known Jules since the early 90s, and
Yes, it's true.
yes, it's true, it happened.
80s.
Lady,
80s,
yeah.
Charlie, yeah.
Back from when we were all the young children
That's
coming
right.
up together, and we are just so delighted to be here with you today and get to spend time with our best friends and see you looking so fabulous, and oh my God, I love those shoes. Love you much.
So I woke up this morning and wondered which town I was in North Carolina, but it worked out that I was in Highpoint, which is where Jules moved to. Isn't that so sweet? So I've known Jules through Sandy since about 25 years ago, and I do appreciate being able to be here today to welcome Jon into the family of women I've known and loved for so long.
You're one of the girls now, Jon. One of the girls.
Yay! Woo! Always been one of the girls.
for you, Charlie, later.
So I invite everybody to raise your glass to Jules and Jon.
For those of you who don't know, I'm the brother. So some of you may have known Jules since the 80s or 90s. I've known her for over 50 years. So it's been quite an interesting journey for Jules over all these years. But just to keep this short and sweet, I feel like Jules is in the place she needs to be now with the person she needs to be with.
Hello,
No, I got
I
it.
am Rachel Perry Brunel. I've waited 26 years for this day. I have guilted my aunt into getting married so that I could be the flower girl. Little did I know that I would actually be married before she. However, life has a funny way of working. We celebrate this day on many, many levels, but we celebrate this because Jon has actually fulfilled a commitment that he promised over 12 or 11 years ago to my granddaddy when he was very sick and very ill. And he made a promise to granddaddy that he would take care of Jules no matter what. So today, as we send a little sunshine from heaven, Jon has made good on granddaddy's promise, and we could not be thrilled. So I've known Jon since I was 14 years old, and at 26, he is officially Uncle Jon. Cheers.